do you see?
Everything. That is my curse.
Guy, first of all, what are the best payoffs of any movie in recent history? Your movie, Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, one of the best payoffs.
One of the best payoffs.
Do you know, I thought it was going to be a trick question. I was going to have to think.
I have those coming, no. Which tells me it was great writing. So, but when I was researching Michelle and Kieran, they don't have a huge repertoire. How did you know that they were the ones?
I mean, you know, there's a creative vanguard with this team, and you know, one of the things is the script turns up in the morning, and before I can tear it up, Rob tears it up. And then I tear up what Rob tears up, and then we sit down and then we start again. So we have a strategy, and that is to rip up whatever we get given, and then we get given an idea, and the idea is to trump it. So we all sit down, work hard, and you know, we end up with something that looked very different on the day, and that's just really because it's a creative team, and we want to destroy everything.
Very collaborative, then.
It is very collaborative, and you know, there are significant creative heads that are involved in this, and my job is to sort of marshal those and turn them into something that's entertaining.
You know, when I was talking to Mark Strong, he did a couple movies with you. He said to me, well, first of all, your movies are very intense, so I would assume that it would seem the sets would be very intense as well. But he said it's not like that at all. You have a certain process where it's kind of a very comfortable, relaxed atmosphere. Am I correct about that?
Yeah, it is. By the way, I think that can be that can rattle a few actors sometimes, because there's a lot of guitar playing and smoking of marijuana that goes on.
Kickboxing.
No, so there's a lot of sort of, I play a lot of chess, and I look like everyone's uncle. And yeah, play a lot of guitar, and it looks like I'm just arsing around sometimes. But I find that's a kind of conducive set. I like sets to be a place where creative people want to work.
Yeah.
So it's important to me that. But you know, I've run into trouble with that before, because it sometimes looks like I'm not paying attention.
You're when I look at one of your movies, it seems like music is almost another character in the movies. Is music important to you? Is it an important part of your movies?
Yeah, it's fundamental. Fundamental. I mean, before I went into films, I was in music, and that really informed. I mean, I was obsessed by the creative mediums of music and film, and the conspiracy of managing to put two of them together makes me very happy indeed and excites me. So Hans and I are good friends. We spend a lot of time together, and you know, we, in no small way, have we spent a lot of time talking about what should motivate these films, and we've got a lot in common. But music's very important, yeah.
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, first movie I've seen of yours, instantly a fan. Nicholas Rowe plays Jay in the movie, and 2 movies before this, he played Holmes in Young Sherlock Holmes. So I'm just wondering if Holmes was spinning around your head for all this time, perhaps.
You know, it's funny that. Yeah, because I remember him playing young Sherlock Holmes, and I mean, Sherlock Holmes is like a, you know, it's a kind of ubiquitous name that's been bounced around for 130 years. So you cannot avoid it. I mean, they were the stories that when I was at school, I knew all the stories fluently, and they were the first stories that I became familiar with. Quite how he's managed to percolate society, and you know, and not just that, right? He's an Englishman that's managed to somehow it's picked up a sort of international name
across the world, yeah.
And Moriarty as well. So how that's managed to happen, it's quite hard for me to explain, and almost impossible for me to explain. But it's done that to me, and it seems to you cannot get away from the kind of cross-pollination of Sherlock Holmes one way or the other.
Sure. Guy, amazing movie. It was just absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much indeed.
You do seem excited. Manic. I am.
Verging on
Ecstatic. Psychotic. I should have brought you a sedative.